to try my hand at this lemon meringue pie that's on the back of the pie crust. I have one left here. Oh no. I'm gonna peel this off. It's already thawed, it's been in the refrigerator. And you can see it has some cracks. I'm gonna take water and try to fix those before I pre-bake it. But first I'm gonna preheat my oven to 400. Says do this. That wetness is where I tried to fix that crack, we'll see, but I can't fix that. It says to do the sides too. I put on a cookie sheet, and as soon as the oven comes up to temp, I'll put it in for 9 to 11 minutes until lightly brown, and then it has to cool completely. I'm gonna separate my egg whites and my egg yolks and put them in separate containers. I have 3 containers here. I broke an egg, and I put the yolk in my hand, all the white falls. Put the egg yolk there, so I don't contaminate with egg yolk on my next one. I go ahead and put the egg whites there, and I do it again. It's easier if you transfer it back and forth from one hand to the next. That's it, it just fell. Did you see that? Three egg whites. The egg whites come over here for my meringue. Egg yolks are part of the custard. You only need 2 tablespoons of butter, so I'll go ahead and get that ready. It's been 10 minutes. The crack's fixed. See right there was the one. It's the slightest of golden. We got to let that cool completely. And then we want to bring our oven down to 350. I need a tablespoon of grated lemon zest and a half a cup of lemon juice. So I'll wash these up and see what I do. Okay, I think I got it all laid out. So I got my 3 egg whites, 1/4 cup of sugar, gonna be a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. That's gonna be the meringue. And then I got a tablespoon, hopefully that should be a tablespoon, of lemon zest, a half a cup of lemon juice, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, a half a teaspoon of salt. This only need 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 egg yolks, and a 1.25 cups of sugar. And my pie shell is cooling. I got a nice heavy bottom saucepan and a whisk. Let's see, first we're gonna add in our sugar, 1.25 cups. Need our cornstarch. Let's even that off. It's a 1/3 cup. I don't know if I said a 1/4 cup earlier, but 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Our salt, half a teaspoon. You need, that's a little over. I had ice in it, so it melted. So, a little more out, because it calls for cold water. I'm not sure why. So 1.5 cups of cold water we're gonna slowly add into our mixture. I'm gonna mix that up some. It says gradually stir in water and whisk until smooth. I guess this is making a slurry, but including the sugar into that. Last time I made a pie, which was the chocolate meringue pie. It turned out good, but my pudding wasn't as set. It was more set at the beginning than it was later. Add a little more in. This is a different recipe. And it goes about making this custard a little bit different. We'll go ahead and turn it on. What we're gonna do is add the rest of the water. It says until smooth, cook over a medium heat, stirring constantly until mixture boils. And then we're gonna boil for 1 minute, stirring constantly, and then we're gonna remove it from the heat. So this is a sweetened slurry. Yes. Come on, boil. I haven't really started boiling yet, but it's changing. It's thickening. I got my timer set for a minute so I can just hit go, because I think it's about to. Yeah, that's boiling. So 1 minute. And we're gonna stir constantly. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, it's hot. And then when the timer goes off, we're gonna turn it off the heat. Oh yeah, that's already looks thicker. I like the way this is doing the custard. Yeah. Ooh. It's hot on my hand. Off the heat, and it says stirring constantly, remove from heat. In a small bowl, beat the egg yolks with the wire whisk, and then we're gonna cook over stirring constantly until it boils. So it says to beat these egg whisk. I'm gonna stab them. All right, and now it says to take a 1/4 cup of this mixture. We're gonna add it to those eggs. So I have 1/8 of a cup. And this is called tempering, where you just take a small amount and add it and stir it in. So you don't scramble your eggs. Well, it heated up your egg mixture, I believe. So when we add it in here, I want to get the rest of that out. Okay, we're gonna turn this on very low heat. And we're gonna slowly add this in and stir it constantly until it boils. Okay, it's not taking long for it to boil. It says for it to boil, stirring constantly for 1 minute. So I'm gonna set the timer. It's not quite boiling. Then we're gonna remove from heat and stir in our butter, our lemon zest, and our lemon juice. It looks yellow. bubbling every once in a while. This is much thicker. That's what we need, I believe. I'm gonna start my minute timer. And stir, stir, stir. She's in all my videos like that.
Do the comments like her?
I mention her. They don't like her. They're just like, I love your video. I'll put that right down. Looks like it's gonna rain today.
He brought me the cat.
I know, so.
This is your new blanket.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Alright, there we go. Turn off the heat. And we're gonna stir in half a cup of lemon juice. Two tablespoons of butter. Well, why don't it want to come out? And a tablespoon of lemon zest. Mix that up. Stir it in, it says. I guess get that butter melted and everything incorporated. Oh my goodness. That tastes like lemon pie. Pete, you gotta come taste this to see that it tastes like lemon pie. Yeah. Guess you could just touch that. It's hottish a little bit. But it tastes just like it. Okay, so we can let that cool for about 15 minutes. And while we do so, we will work on our meringues. Is our pie crust cooled? Oh, yeah, it feels cooled. I'm actually gonna set the timer for 15. I don't want it to cool too much because you're supposed to put a warm mixture into your pie crust. So in this medium bowl with our electric mixer, we're gonna add in our egg whites, 3 egg whites. Clunk, clunk. Cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna actually mix it up a little bit first. All right, now we're gonna add in our cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon. Our vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon. Mix it until soft peaks form. All right, so you can see some soft peaks. Look, it's not as white as sometimes, I guess because of that vanilla, but it called for it in the recipe. We're gonna add in about a tablespoon of our sugar in at a time until we get stiff peaks and a little bit of a velvety, glossy color. Is that opposite of each other? what it looks like. Can you see it? It's not moving, it's not budging, but I'm gonna use a spatula and show you how stiff it really is, and then we might still do it some more. See, I scraped down my sides, and you can see that it's pretty, calling that good. That's better. It's time to pour this in our pie shell. Use a rubber spatula to get the rest of it. See, I've read some tips, and it said to put your warm custard into the pie shell, and then we're gonna spoon our meringue on top of warm custard. And you wanna make sure your meringue gets all along the crust edges. It actually seals it in so it doesn't shrink. So you wanna make sure when you spoon it on, you kind of push it up against the crust. All around. Okay, I got it all spooned on. I'm gonna make sure it goes along the edges real good, because the last pie I did, you wanna make sure it's actually thick enough along the edges. There was one little spot where it started to shrink away, and I guess that's why. Part over here where I have no crust, I'm still gonna, because my meringue's not gonna drip, because it can help seal in the custard. I'll clean it up some, and then to do this kind of thing, but my peaks don't stand up so high, but I got it well covered. It's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna put it in the oven. It says 12 to 15 minutes. We'll look at 12. It's getting golden brown, but I want my peaks a little darker. I think I'm gonna turn the pan and put it in for another 3 minutes. Oh my goodness. I think it turned out. Look, it's not even super jiggly. Let's cut it open and see. Oh, my meringue is light and fluffy, I believe. Yay, I'm happy. Could have been better. Let's see where my meringue's a little separated, it just sits on top. But it stayed together pretty good. Some of them turned out prettier. My cutting is the hardest part. But let's taste it. Oh, that's good. Sweet, tart, yummy, yummy.